Hello, and welcome back to Road TRIpVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today's episode is number 595. The category is Brainy Tuesday number 29. Now, the Brainy Tuesday trivia quizzes are 20 questions with a question 21 tiebreaker at the very end, and all the questions are a step and a half above the normal difficulty. So these are pretty tough questions. Good luck on today's quiz. Question 1. Certain flowers can be classified as perfect flowers, but also be considered incomplete flowers. What two structures must a flower possess to be considered a perfect flower? It must have a stamen and a pistil. Question number 2. Bred to grow bigger and to get bigger faster. What is the term used in the agriculture industry given to chickens which are being specifically raised for meat? The answer is broiler chickens. Broiler chickens. Question 3. What is the term for the philosophy developed in the late 19th century by Soren Kierkegaard and expanded upon in the 20th century by Karl Jaspers and Martin Heidegger? The philosophy we're referring to is existentialism. Question 4. What is the term given to the eating disorder in which a person has an intense fear of obesity and an overpowering desire to be thin, and often presents with dramatic weight loss? The answer is anorexia, or anorexia nervosa. Question number 5. Perihelion is the closest point in Earth's orbit to the Sun. In what month of the year does the Earth reach aphelion, the furthest point in the orbit from the Sun? The answer is July, or 2 weeks after the June solstice. Question 6. What is the name of the 17th century artist considered to be one of the greatest of all time who created the 1655 painting, The Polish Rider? The answer is Rembrandt. Question number 7. What type of spice made from the dried leaves of an evergreen shrub is characterized by its medicinal menthol flavor and is available in whole or ground form and is used in soups and many meat dishes? The spice we're looking for is rosemary. Question number 8. What is the term in physics which refers to the tendency of all objects to remain still, or, if moving, to continue to move in a straight line unless acted upon by an outside force? The answer is inertia. Question number 9. Trees cannot grow north of a certain area due to the layer of perpetually frozen subsoil which blocks root development. What is the name of this layer of frozen soil? The answer is permafrost. Question 10. What 19th century American author wrote the short story published in 1843 titled The Gold Bug, a tale of a treasure hunt on a coastal island? The answer is Edgar Allan Poe. Question number 11. Surviving an attempt on his life to confirm the guilt of the villain in the tragedy, which of Shakespeare's plays contains the character Michael Cassio? The answer is Othello. Question 12. The indefinite articles are used before a noun that is general or when its identity is not known. What two words in the English language are referred to as the indefinite articles? The answer is a and an. Question 13. Often made with apple, cherry, or peach fruit, what is the term used to describe a deep dish pie with a top made from biscuit dough and usually no bottom crust? That is called a cobbler. Question number 14. What 1922 novel by James Joyce records the events of June 16, 1904, in the lives of Leopold Bloom, his wife Molly, and Stephen Dedalus? The answer is Ulysses. Question 15. What is the term given to the style of architecture dominant from the 12th to the 16th centuries in Europe that is characterized by flying buttresses, pointed arches, and stonework? The answer is Gothic. Question 16. What was the name of the mentally disturbed individual who attempted to assassinate U.S. President Ronald Reagan in March of 1981, wounding him in the side? The answer is John Hinckley Jr. Question 17. What is the term used in the medical field for the large dome-shaped muscle which lies underneath the lungs and aids in the breathing process in humans? The answer is the diaphragm. Question 18. If you fly on a direct flight from Wichita, Kansas to Bismarck, North Dakota, other than Kansas and North Dakota, what other two states will you fly over? The answer is Nebraska and South Dakota. Question 19. Killed in an automobile accident on Long Island in August of 1956 at the age of 44, what was the name of the abstract expressionist painter known for his large canvases of dripped and swirling paint? His name was Jackson Pollock. Question 20. In Greek mythology, who was the Trojan prince and the greatest warrior for Troy in the Trojan War that acted as leader of the Trojans and their allies, who was ultimately killed by Achilles? The answer is Hector. Alright, that is it for today's trivia quiz. Thank you for watching this episode of Road TRIpVIA. I hope you like Brainy Tuesdays. We're on number 29. We're past halfway through the year now. We've now done this for 595 days and 595 unique quizzes in a row, and we're getting very close to episode number 600. Episode 600, I think we're going to do a 32 question quiz about NFL, since it's almost American football season. We've also got some good ones coming up right now, and I think, don't quote me on this, but I think we're going to be doing Cruise Week next week, and that's just going to be 7 days of random trivia quizzes, like pub quizzes, same type of questions, but I'm going to figure out a format. You know, like question 1 and 2 are going to be movie trivia. Question 3 and 4 will be music trivia. Question 5 and 6, and we're going to see if that works pretty good. I'm going to be gone all next week, and I'm getting ready to write some trivia quizzes for all those days. And I was trying to think of something that would be fun and something we haven't really done yet. And I think that's what we're going to go with. If it doesn't happen, I apologize. But I have only a few days to get it done before we actually fly out, so I'm thinking that's the plans. Anyways, stay tuned next week for a cruise week, one way or the other. Question 21 for today, the tiebreaker. Although it is often thought to be last, what is the 6th letter of the Greek alphabet? Sometimes it's confused with the last letter, but it is actually the 6th letter of the Greek alphabet. What is it? The answer is Zeta. Z-E-T-A. Zeta is the 6th letter of the Greek alphabet. Thank you for watching the episode today. Check back tomorrow for another new quiz, and get ready for Cruise Week next week.